النور في العلم.
And by it they are able to understand that the darkness is in ignorance and that light is in knowledge.
فهذا ما دلهم عليه العقل. این چیزیه که عقل به اونها دلالت میکنه.
All of this is that which the intellect points them towards and proves for them.
میبینید که عقل در این تعابیر حجاب واقع نیست. اونطور که کانت فکر میکرد که عقل حجاب واقع است. ما سایه عقل رو بر نومن میندازیم. فنومن مال ذهن ماست که به خارج میفته.
So from this we can understand that the intellect is not some type of a curtain and a veil preventing us from reality and actuality, like
کانت.
Like Kant, who basically said that it's the phenomena that is hiding us from the actual noumen that is out there.
عقل یک ابزار برای زندگی نیست. روشنگری آن به ارائه حقیقت است. عقل یک ابزار برای زندگی کردن نیست. روشنگره و روشنگری آن به اینه که حقیقت رو نشون میده.
So the intellect is not just a tool for living and going through life, but it is something that is itself lit up and it enlightens other things.
حقیقتی که با عقل آشکار میشه در این روایات این 4 تا امره. حقایقی که با عقل آشکار میشن این 4 تا امرن.
The things that become clear and enlightened through the intellect, there are 4 things that are mentioned here in this tradition.
اول زمین و آسمان ها و هر آنچه در آنهاست.
First, the heavens and the earth and all that is in them.
دوم خالق آسمان ها و زمین.
Second, the creator of the heavens and the earth.
سوم حسن و قبح و ارزش ها.
Third, the good and evil and other values.
چهارم نور بودن علم و معرفت.
Fourth, the fact that knowledge and the intellect is light.
یعنی معرفت شناسی رو هم خود عقل میکنه.
That the fact that the epistemology is done by the intellect.
در کانت روشنگری عقل به اپیستمولوژی است نه به جهان شناسی.
For Kant, the روشنگری enlightenment is through epistemology only and not through what it does for the external world.
اما در اینجا روشنگری هم اپیستمولوژی است، هم به ontology است، هم به ارزش ها و والیو است.
But here in this particular case it's beyond just epistemology and includes ontology, it includes values in the system of morality and ethics as well.
بفرمایید مطلب. ببخشید من این مقدار معطل کردم، خواستم این حدیث رو تمامش کنم.
Thank you very much. My question is about some mystics and some Arabs said that after all
I will speak about this no yes no
He's going to speak about mysticism.
الان میخوام صحبت کنم.
I want to say that some mystics says that of course we must have knowledge, but at the same time the biggest danger is to remain in the hijab, in the setar, in the veil of the knowledge. أكبر الحجاب هو العلم.
در حجاب‌های نورانی بمونید.
حجاب‌های نورانی یا ظلمانی. یعنی ما دونو یعنی ما we have two
kind of
veils.
Yes.
Yani 70,000 veils of light or from darkness. And we know that the real perfection is not to remain in the veils, but to reach to the real shuhud, to the real contemplation of the divine, of the divine face, or
the modern intellectuality, the modern intellectuality. روشنگری مدرن میگه روشنگری تا امتداد فقط عقله و فراسوی او روشنگری دیگری نیست.
With regards to modern enlightenment, it says that the extent of it goes only to where the rationality goes, and beyond that there is no enlightenment.
من الان خواهم گفت اینجا الان میخوام بحث رو ادامه بدم که یک روشنگری فراتر از عقلم داریم.
حتی even as like a joke and at the same time very serious, we have two kind of condition. First, we can remain in the ilm, in the knowledge.
من آثر العرفان للعرفان فقط قال بالثاني.
وغارق في العلم. This is the first. يعني غرق میشه. Drown. And the second, and this is the blessed bar ilm.
Yes.
This is the real state.
Yeah.
Not dar zaman, bar zaman. Not dar ilm, bar ilm.
Yes.
It's very important.
الان به این مسئله میپردازیم، یعنی این نکته دقیقیه که شما اشاره کردید و ادامه بحث من برای اینکه روشنگری عقل چیه باید با همین مطلب شما کامل بشه. ما با همین مطلب کاملش میکنیم الان انشالله و این بحث رو من بکنم بحثم تموم میشه. شما you please. Yes.
Sorry for coming in late. I just wanted to go to your comment on Kant. And you said that he only has a critique. His notion of aql is purely practical, and I wonder if that was a critique of yours of Kant, because of course there's the critique of practical reason and the critique of pure reason, and I'm wondering if you take Kant's admission or belief that we cannot know things in themselves as an admission that there is no kind of theoretical reason when seen from the perspective of Islam, what Islam says theoretical reason is my question. So is
just
your
a minute until it translate this part of your yes.
Try to say it in some parts and then we translate it.
You please.
So you said
ترجمه نمی‌کنید تا اینجا رو؟
نه بذار تیکه بده چون
بله.
You said that Kant only has a critique of practical reason, or a notion of aql that is practical. But of course, Kant also has his critiques of pure reason. And I'm wondering if, because Kant admits that we cannot know things in themselves.
چون کانت به اصطلاح همین عقل عملی رو قبول داره و اما نقد میکنه همون عقل نظر.
بله درست. عقل نظری رو. بله. خب اگه اجازه بدید ادامه بحث اینجا رو ادامه بدم من.
If you allow me, I just want to continue with what we have here.
پس ما دیدیم که روشنگری ذاتی عقل هست در تعابیر اسلامی.
So what we saw was that the idea of enlightenment is essential to it. It's a part of the essence of the intellect as far as Islam is concerned.
عقل در تعابیر دینی و قرآنی همونطور که خود بنیادی وجودی نداره روشنگری او هم نامحدود نیست.
The intellect in the Islamic tradition, in the same way that it is not self-established and independent in itself and of itself, the same thing applies to its ability to enlighten, that it is not without limits.
از جمله اموری که عقل نمیتواند به حقیقت او راه پیدا بکنه کنه ذات الهی است.
One of the things that the intellect cannot reach is the very essence and the crux and the essence of God himself.
تعبیر قرآن اینه یحذرکم الله نفسه.
The expression in the Quran basically says that God warns you of his nafs, of his self.
علی علیه السلام بیان میکنه که لا یدرکه بعد الهمم ولا یناله قوس الفطن.
Ali alayhi salam says that the highest aspirations cannot reach him, and the deepest the deepest insights and cognitions cannot achieve or cannot acquire him.
و باز ایشون میفرماید لم یطلع الیه سبحانه العقول علی تحدید صفته ولا یحجبها عن واجب معرفته. عقول نمیتونن صفات او رو به نهایت دریابند، هرچند که از آن مقداری که معرفت او لازمه هم محروم نیستند.
So in another place he says that it is not able to, the intellect is not able to shine upon, the intellects are not able to shine upon and define his attributes. Yeah, but at the same time
به مقداری که لازم هست او رو میشناسن، یعنی از آیات به مقداری که لازم هست او رو میشناسن، کنزاتشو نمیشناسن، اما آنچنان نیست که از شناخت او هم محروم باشن.
But at the same time they are able to the extent necessary have a knowledge of him.
با آنکه just a minute inshallah. After this part of hadith I will listen your speaking انشالله. در نگاه قرآنی با آنکه دامنه معرفت عقلی نامحدود نیست، روشنگری ذاتی آن است و به همین دلیل نیز نامحدودیت عقل امری تحمیلی بر آن نیست. این محدودیت عقل امری تحمیلی بر آن نیست. با آنکه دامنه معرفت عقلی نامحدود نیست، روشنگری ذاتی آن است و به همین دلیل محدودیت عقل تحمیل بر اون نمیشه. خودش میفهمه که محدوده، بهش نمیگن ساکت باش حرف نزن، خودش میفهمه که بیشتر از این نمیتونه بفهمه. نمیگن نفهم، اون میفهمه که بیشتر از این نمیفهمه.
In the same way that the intellectual knowledge is not without limits, the very fact that the enlightening nature of the intellect is essential to it, it understands that it cannot understand. Basically, it is able to quiet itself. Nobody has to tell the intellect that, be quiet here and you cannot understand, because it itself understands where it cannot understand. It understands its limits.
نمیگن این فهم تو در این مورد غلطه و تو بی خود کردی این رو فهمیدی. میگن ببین خودت نمیفهمی که اونجا رو میفهمی که اونجا رو نمیتونی بفهمی.
So it's not the case where the intellect is told that your understanding of this or any other thing is wrong. No, in this case, the intellect itself understands that it cannot understand.
عقل کلامی، عقل اشعری و یا حتی عقل کلامی حوزه واتیکان، این کتاب ریزن اند فیس مال ژان پل دوم رو یکی از دانشجوهای ما موضوع رساله خودش قرار داد. یک جایی که میرسه میگه از اینجا به بعد عقل نباید حرف بزنه، مثل تسلیس. یعنی عقل میگه تسلیس نمیگن رمزه، عقل بی خود کرده راجع به این مسئله حرف میزنه. اما در اینجا نمیگن که تو نباید حرف بزنی، میگن ببین خودت نمیفهمی بیشتر از این میتونی حرف بزنی.
With regards to the theological intellect and the theological approach, there comes a point where in that approach the intellect and rationality is told that you can't go any further, and that that beyond this you cannot understand anything. So with regards to the Trinity, he mentioned the thesis of one of the students who is writing about John Paul II's book on Reason and Faith. But with regards to this type of intellect that's being talked about here, it can go beyond the theological extent and scope, and it can understand that it cannot understand.
به ادامه همون روایت امام کاظم علیه السلام گوش بکنید.
If you listen now to the continuation of the tradition from the seventh, from Imam Kazim.
فقیل یکتفی العباد بالعقل دون غیرهی گفته شد به امام که آیا بندگان با عقل کافیشونه و دیگه به غیر عقل احتیاج ندارند؟
When it was said to him that is it sufficient, is the intellect sufficient for mankind such that they don't need anything other than the intellect?
قال ان العاقل لدلالة عقله الذي جعله الله قوامه و زینته و هدایته علم ان الله هو الحق و انه هو ربه و علم ان لخالقه محبتا و ان له کراهیتا و ان له طاعتا و ان له معصیتا. تا اینجاش ترجمه کنید تا بعد باقیش رو.
He said that
ان عاقل به دلیلی که عقل خودش دلالت می کند، همون عقلی که خدا قوام او رو بر اون قرار داده، زینت او قرار داده، هدایت او قرار داده، با عقل میفهمد که اون چیزا رو بعد میگن.
He said that the person who is doing the intellection, the person who has the intellect and is doing intellection, because of the intellect that God made, that God made as a support, that God made a support and a beauty and a guidance for him, that he knows that God is the truth, and that he knows that he is his Lord, and that he knows that for his Creator there should be love, and he knows that for him also he should, for his sake, that he should hate, and for him he should, for his sake he should obey, and for his sake he should also disobey.
این تیکه خیلی مهمه، اینو عنایت بفرمایید.
And this part is really important.
فلم یجد عقله یدله علی ذلک، یعنی با دلالت عقل خود میابد که عقل او به این امور پی نمیبرد.
And he does not find, he finds through his intellect
که عقل او به این امور پی نمیبرد.
That his intellect does not or is not able to understand these things.
یعنی خود عقل میفهمه که اینجا رو نمیابه، نه اینکه به عقل میگن اون چیزی که یافتی غلط کردی، یافتی غلطه.
So the intellect itself is able to understand that it cannot find or it cannot understand, not that the things that it understands are considered to be wrong.
یعنی یک حوزه هایی رو میابه که فرا عقل است، نه ضد عقل.
So hence the intellect basically comes to certain realms that are supra-intellectual or supra-rational, not anti-intellectual.
و میابه که اگر عقل میفهمه که اگر میخواد اونها رو بیابه نیاز به یک علمی داره که مال خودش نیست.
And the intellect realizes that those things that it cannot have for itself, that it realizes that with certainty that it needs something, a type of knowledge that is beyond itself.
یعنی یک سری از علوم رو عقل از نزد خودش میابه، یک سری از علوم رو میبینه نزد خودش نمیتونه بیابه.
There is only a certain range of sciences and knowledges that the intellect can find through itself, but it realizes with certainty that there is a range of knowledges and sciences that it cannot know.
عقل میابه که برای یک سری از علوم دیگه احتیاج به غیر خودش داره.
And it understands that for those other sciences that it cannot acquire, it requires something other than itself.
و باید اونجا رو بگرده و جستجو بکنه و پیدا بکنه.
And it must find those things from outside of it. It must seek and search and find those things from outside itself.
لذا در ادامه می‌فرماید که پس واجب می‌شود بر عقل که جستجو بکنه اون قسمت از علم‌ها رو.
So hence the remainder or the continuation of the tradition says that it must search in those areas and those knowledges that it cannot come to a conclusion itself upon.
و اون قسمت‌های از علم هم یک امور زائدی نیست که بهش نیاز نداشته باشه، کاملا علومیه که به اون نیازمند هم هست.
And those things that it does not know or cannot know, they're not extraneous. They're not things that are unnecessary, but actually they are things that are necessary for it to know.
تا یک جایی رو عقل با پای خودش میره.
To a certain extent, the intellect goes on its own 2 feet.
از یک جایی رو به او عطا میکنند.
And from that extent onwards, it is given to it.
در اون زیارت شعبانیه که از حضرت علی علیه السلام خوندیم، از خدا خواست تا حجابهای نورانی رو خلق بکنه و به معدن عظمت او وصل بشه.
In that dua that we read of the Sha'baniyah from Imam Ali, it was said there that we asked of God for God to remove those veils so that the soul could reach the source of all
معدن عظمت او وصل بشه.
of all majesty.
در ادامه همون عبارات این رو میخونیم.
And the continuation of that expression is what we will read now.
وجعلنی ممن نادیته فاجابک ولاحظته فصعق لجلالک فناجیته سرا وعمل لك جهرا. منو از کسانی قرار بده، بعد از اینکه به او رسیده، که منو از کسانی قرار بده ندا که از دور ندا دادی، یعنی ابتدا انسان دوره، به تو اجابت کرد و نزدیک شد به تو و او رو لحاظ کردی، فسعق لجلالک، به خاطر اون جلال عظمت تو از خود فانی شد، مدهوش شد، از خود رفت. آنگاه که از خود عبور کرد، فناجیت، و اول نداست از دوره، اما از حالا به بعد نجواست، در گوشیست. از قبلا از دور میخوندیش، حالا در گوش او سخن میگویی و او برای تو آشکارا عمل میکنه.
In that, the continuation of that dua that was read earlier is this expression here, that to make, speaking to God, make me of those whom you have called and that I have answered, and of those whom you have now considered, that you've turned to me, you've considered me, and that I have sort of fallen in swoon because of your majesty. And then after that,